Hello and welcome to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce, where we connect with local Troy Chamber members as they give us a glimpse into their company and share some of the business lessons they've learned along the way. Hi everyone, I'm Tara Thompson-Cusack, President and CEO of the Troy Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today by our amazing and lovely co-host and Vice President of the Chamber, Sheila Denstead.
Hi everyone.
First, I'd like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Trion. So Sheila, we have a great guest ahead of us today. Why don't we do some introductions?
I would love to, thank you. Today I'm excited to introduce you to Alan Panter from Yeo Yeo CPAs and Advisors in Troy. Alan is principal in Yeo Yeo's assurance service line based in Troy, like I mentioned, over right off of, oh my God, it just went right out of my head. Where are you located?
We're on Long Lake, right near the corner of Crooks.
I should know that. We did your ribbon cutting. I am so sorry.
This explains how busy we are in real life.
With over 36 years of experience, Alan specializes in audit and consulting services for governmental entities, nonprofit organizations, and employee benefit plans. He is a proud graduate of MSU University. Go Green.
She loves this stuff.
In addition, he's a member of the firm's Government Services and Employee Benefits Plans Group. He holds certifications as a certified public accountant and certified government financial manager. Alan is a frequent speaker and contributor on internal controls, budgeting, and financial management, and is deeply committed to helping client organizations improve financial transparency and operational efficiency. In the community,
don't you love it?
Yeah.
Alan serves on the Board of Trustees of the Clarkston Independence District Library. He resides in Clarkston with his wife of 35 years, Mary, and they have 3 grown daughters and 2 grandchildren. In his free time, Alan enjoys spending time with his grandkids, playing golf, working on his 78 Corvette, and astrophotography.
Yep.
Alan, thank you for being here.
Great. Thanks for having me.
What really is astrophotography? Just real quick.
I take pictures of stars,
So
nebulas, and things like that. Yeah.
Oh,
through a
okay.
microscope?
It's geek level stuff. Yeah, totally. Yeah. A telescope. Yeah.
So here's the thing. We already like you. Like, obviously, we've known you for quite some time. We always think you're an amazing person. But, you know, we see all your employees at our events. Mm-hmm. And one thing that's, I think, stands out is I feel like they actually are happy.
Yeah.
That sounds like a funny way of starting it, but it seems like everybody feels really empowered. Like, there's just some type of, like, vibe you guys give to your employees. But, like, how do you build this sense of belonging and culture in your organization?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to start the answer to that by talking about how I feel connected to the firm.
Yeah.
So I started at the firm June 1st of 1989. So that was a long time ago. But I started with a group of people, and the group of people that I started with really became my friends at the time, and I'm still friends with several of them. And they're not, one's a retired partner now, one's a CFO of a very important client, one's, just a good friend. And so that sort of, sense of belonging, starts at our firm very early on, and it's been that way for the whole time. So I've been around the firm for over 36 years. I left in 1992. 26-year-old me thought it would be a good idea to go somewhere else, and it took me 25 years to come back. But in that intervening period, I was still connected to the firm. I was still, I was playing fantasy baseball with some of the people that still worked there, and I was, still friends with some of them. So those lifelong kind of connections are what we try to make right from the beginning at Yeo and Yeo. So I feel like that's been something that has really, when the opportunity presented itself in 2017 for me to come back to the firm, there was no question about where I wanted to go, because I already felt that connection and that kind of, pull from the firm. And that's something that's always been there. So, but beyond my personal journey, what we do with the people that we hire is we hire them in groups. That's always been, kind of the same thing. We assign people onboarding peers from day one. They get a buddy that kind of, shepherds them through the first steps of all of that. And then they get assigned a career advocate. So we have this career advocate program where we assign mentors to people that they go ahead and meet with them and talk about their careers and advancement,
Wow.
possibilities and all those kinds of things. And it really works well to kind of, engage people. More things that we do every year, our interns and first year staff take a trip to Cedar Point, and it's really kind of a team building thing.
You're giving her ideas. Come on now.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love it. I'd love to go myself, but still, I love it that they're doing that, and it really kind of develops that sense of connection between them, and really they carry that forward as the next generation of employees at Yeo and Yeo. So I feel like it's just something that's perpetuated through the firm. And I feel like that really creates that sense of belonging and community that you see.
Yeah.
That I'm glad you see that, because I see it. We live it. And
Well,
it's great.
the point of it too is that we spend a lot of time at work.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't start building that and building these relationships within it and seeing that you guys are like, hey, one-on-one, someone's going to be with you. Then you have a mentor. Like you're building relationships for their own future, like professionally and kind of personally as well.
Totally. Yeah.
Well, you're also, there's that sense of value and worth that you see in someone. So someone working with someone, it shows you care.
Yep.
And it helps them, I would think, day to day, just from that standpoint. If they need to bounce something off, if there's questions, they have someone they know and trust now within the firm, and especially being new and young.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yeah, I hope so.
With that, how does collaboration impact your day to day over at Yeo and Yeo?
Yeah, no, we're all about it. We have 9 offices, so
Oh, I didn't realize it was that many
we
offices.
do. We have 9 offices. Our headquarters office is in Saginaw, but the Troy office, we have Ann Arbor, Flint, Lansing. So we have 9 offices, and it can be a little bit challenging to not have silos. We don't want to have silos. We have what we call the one firm concept, and that's the idea that we're really sharing staff across offices. We're any given job that we're working on, we could be pulling staff from several different offices. On the tax side, I know that they use their technology to, they have queues that they work in, and it doesn't matter where you're sitting, but you can work on tax returns in those kinds of places. So, that collaboration is really, important because we have 9 offices. The other thing that we have is we have industry-focused teams that we have. So we have, I'm on the government team. So that's a team of people that we focus on the governmental industry, and we meet periodically to talk about things that are going on, new developments, how we're going to be approaching certain issues that are upcoming for our clients. And so we really try to do that. And so that's just one example. We have an education team, a nonprofit team. We have all sorts of those teams. We have an innovations and technology team that kind of drives, those technological changes in our firm. So, we have a lot of those. We also invest in a lot of training. So recently, an example is we brought everybody together for a what we call 5-star service training. So those were 2 days. We had to segregate into 2 big groups to bring everybody together to talk about what it really means and what it really looks like to deliver that 5-star service to our clients. So that's something that's really important to us. So that really those are the things that we kind of do to collaborate with each other and to kind of drive that process.
I love it. Well, guys, I think this is a good time to take a quick break and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. We'll be right back.
I'm Joe Vicari, President and CEO of the Joe Vicari Restaurant Group, which encompasses 24 restaurants throughout the country. Trion's able to provide for our employees health insurance, 401ks, vacation time. All of that helps us compete against larger companies for top talent. Happy employees make for great service, and that's what our restaurants are known for. That's why we rely on Trion.
You can always rely on Trion.
And welcome back to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. We are here with Alan, principal at Yeo Yeo CPAs and Advisors. So we've just discussed a lot about culture. But you know what? Let's talk a little bit more about leadership. So can you tell me a little bit more about the firm's leadership and how it's able to support employee growth?
Yeah. So we're all about our employees. So we really believe that is kind of we need to start there so that we can deliver service to our clients. Okay, so we have to take care of our internal customers so that we can take care of our external customers. So that's really kind of what we do. It starts with an open door policy, I feel like. You know, just for me personally, my door is always open unless I'm on a call or something. But, you know, I try to make myself available, and I feel like the rest of the leaders in the firm, the partners and managers, really try to make themselves available to the staff and really try to, you know, promote that sense of openness and, hey, come ask me a question. You want to talk about something? Let's do it and do that. The other thing that we do, I feel like, is we're very clear about what it takes to advance within the firm. There was a big effort that was put into career paths. So we've got documentation on our website, our internal website, that talks about, you know, here's the things that you need to do to advance to the next for a senior or a manager or a senior manager or a partner. So if you're looking to do that, you can see that it's in writing there.
It's like a transparent stepstone.
Totally.
So like, you know exactly what to be doing.
Yep. You know what needs to be happening there. So, but I also feel like, you know, we have a lot of benefits to the firm. We have, you know, wellness programs and you know, employee assistance programs. And also we have a career advocacy team. So that is a team that's mostly made up of principals. I think, you know, it's completely made up of principals, but it's a team that meets periodically that talks about what can we do to improve the employee experience at Yeo Yeo. And I think that's a great asset for our firm and really, you know, gets to the heart of that leadership.
Love it.
God, oh, wow. That's very cool. We've had the opportunity firsthand, especially at the ribbon cutting, to see all the great work that's coming out of Yeo Yeo and the joy and the fun that was had there. How do you celebrate individual or team achievements at the firm?
Oh, gosh, we do an awful lot of that. You know, it starts with, you know, just the little things, right? Is you want to pat somebody on the back if they do a good job. We have a human resources software that we use where we'll go ahead and put a note in there that'll be, hey, you did a great job on such and such a project. I think you really did a wonderful job with, you know, whatever it is. And we put that into our software, and so that it's part of their employee file, you know, so that it helps us out with our evaluations and all those kinds of things. But so those are the little things, you know, just day to day, just patting somebody on the back or putting something in Halogen, you know, that's going to, you know, celebrate those achievements. Bigger things, you know, people in our firm have received a lot of awards from the MICPA, from Chambers of Commerce, various community organizations, and we always show up for those things and for those people. I mean, we'll fill 2 tables worth of, you know, people at these events. And I think that's great, you know, and that's usually some of our younger leaders that start to get, you know, those sorts of awards and recognition. And so we definitely show up for that. There's also our monthly newsletter. Every month, Yo on the Go comes out on the 1st or 2nd of every month.
Sassy. I like that name.
Yeah. But it shows all the things that people are doing around the firm. So if somebody's, you know, but it also has some personal stuff, you know, marriages and births, and it's got birthdays, and it's got any events that anybody went to all over the firm. There's pictures in there and all sorts of things. So it's really a good way to celebrate those achievements. And the other way is our social media. So we have a very active social media presence, both on Facebook and on LinkedIn. And, you know, all the pictures that come from we have a saying, if there's no picture, it never happened. So we're always kind of taking the selfies and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, the social media really kind of stands out, and we have people that work very hard on that too.
So we talked about Cedar Point.
Yeah.
So that's very unique, obviously. But are there any other like activities or traditions that you guys do that kind of stand out that make this work environment so great?
Yeah, totally. I think the biggest one is every year we take a day, and it's kind of a firm holiday, is we go to a Tigers game. And it's always a Thursday afternoon game, and we do a tailgate before the game. And there's a bus that brings people down from the Saginaw office, and they stop in Flynn and whatnot. So, but we give everybody in the firm the day off, which is great. And the ticket is, here you go, here's your ticket. And so it's just, we just want people to come and go to the game and hang out with everybody and, kind of make those connections. So I feel like that's like one of the biggest things. The other thing, we have a holiday party. It happens to be, we're taping this on a Thursday, but it's tomorrow.
Oh, yay.
So
Happy holidays.
Thank you. We have our holiday party that we do every year. So those are kind of some of the big ticket items, but just kind of at the local office level in our Troy office, we've got a lot of traditions. We've got, every month we have cake and ice cream for birthdays, and, opening day for baseball season, we do a lunch, and then there's the Super Bowl, and we spell it SOUP. So we have soup on Super Bowl day. And so, a lot of those kinds of things that we do in the office for those various things, Halloween, all those kinds of things. We do a lot of chamber and community events. We participate with you guys a lot. The Auburn Hills Chamber, we participate with them a lot. We get involved with community events. I had a client gala where we had, as a nonprofit, we took 10 people. We filled a table with 10 people for that nonprofit at their gala. So, and we do a lot of that kind of stuff. So those are definitely things that we do. And also, we have a Yo Young Professionals group, and they are that's really another way of like promoting that sense of belonging. But we get those young professionals involved in that group, and they have a service project every year. So this year it was a walk to end Alzheimer's. In the past, it's been things like the Special Olympics and whatnot. So there's always that kind of that service component to that. So those are a lot of the traditions and rituals that we have. I feel like we spend a lot of time and energy on all of that. I don't want to make it sound like we never work, because we sure as heck do. But we work hard, play hard, right? And that's kind of how we do it.
Oh my goodness, I think our listeners have taken so many nuggets from what you've said today. There's so many great things you do for your team. And like I said, it shows. It shows when we see them there at Yeo and Yeo, and we see them at the chamber events. They're happy, and we're excited for that. What's one piece of something you could leave with our listeners now? Yeah,
so, at Yeo and Yeo, we work with each other, but we really work for each other. I feel like if you ask any of us, well, why do you work there? In fact, it comes up in interviews. People ask us that, why do we work there? We always say the same thing. It's the people. Okay. And it sounds kind of cliche, but for us, that's a real thing. And, for me, as someone who's been in the industry for quite a long time, and I've really kind of had a lot of experiences, good and bad. But the biggest piece of advice that I have for especially younger people is to maintain those connections that you make. Is, when you meet somebody and you form those connections with them, that, hang on to that. Don't burn your bridges. I know that's kind of cliche too, but
it's true.
Yes, it's true. And you never know when that's going to help you in the future. You never know when an opportunity is going to present itself for you to make a difference for somebody else. So
sometimes those little things are forgotten, and they're really important to remember.
Absolutely.
Very much. Well, everyone, that's all we have here today on Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. Alan, I have to say I liked you before. I didn't think I could like you anymore, but I feel like here we are. But thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
And special shout out to our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. To learn more about the Troy Chamber of Commerce or for upcoming events, go to troychamber.com. Thanks, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. Bye now.
Bye-bye.